Well, we've been playing good. We talking about Clippers right now. And for all my Clippers fans out there, y'all know what's up. We've been struggling. It's been a struggle, and it's hard to even watch the games. You know what I mean? We showing up to the games in person, it's even hard, But the Clippers been doing their damn thing recently, and it should be noted that he's got to do his thing right when the light pop. So Kawhi Leonard is popping out the box and he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? Kawhi Leonard got many points in the last 5 games. He broke a personal record, 55 points. Kawhi Leonard has been dominating, and I don't necessarily think that Kawhi is the full reason why it's happening because Zubac went down early on in that first win against the Lakers. That was the first of the winning streak, I believe. Yes, the Lakers did start the winning streak. God bless the Lakers. Um, Zubat went down, and the Clippers have been playing perfect. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to, don't come at me. I'm not trying to go too hard on Zubat because I know y'all love Zubat. But y'all got to be honest. This season, Zubat has not been the same person that he's been before. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like, he was balling last season. It looked like he was working his way up. But then over the summer, he came back like with this game that's just garbage. He's crying about every foul. He's not hustling up and down court. He's letting little dudes box him out and get rebounds. His numbers have been good, but they're not good enough. He's not playing a good defensive game, and the whole team been failing defensively. But Zubat, being our big man, a centerpiece to our defense, he hasn't been doing good this year. And you can see that even bringing in Brook Lopez, which is a lot older guy with just a little more hustle, makes a big difference. Makes a big difference for Kawhi, makes a big difference for spacing for Kawhi, makes a big difference for James Harden for spacing for James Harden. And they get the young guy in, they get the young guy able to do his thing. You know what I mean? So it's good for the Clippers that Zubat is down, and I hope that Zubat can come back and train harder and be the guy he was last season, or maybe by the time we get to the playoffs, come back with a different kind of energy, different kind of eye, eye of the tiger in his eyes. You know what I mean? Just a beast. You know what I mean? If that happened, then we can go deep in the playoffs if we get there. And you know what? The last 5 games has been enough. 1, 2, 3 has been enough. 4 has been enough. 5, that's showing us something right there. That's showing us that the Clippers may go on a run right now. We'll see how long this run goes. Knock on wood, we playing tomorrow night. The Utah Jazz, Devontae George just put 37 down, I believe, on whoever they play. So it's not going to be an easy task keeping this streak going. We did beat some solid people. We beat some solid people, and we beat the Lakers. We beat Houston. We also beat the Blazers. Ain't doing too well, but we beat someone else that was pretty solid. We beat the Pistons. Yes, we beat the Pistons. So we are beating some solid people, and y'all got to take that to the bank. You know what I mean? The Clippers. It hasn't been just the easiest streak right here. We start off with the Lakers. You know what I mean? We're beating teams that are top 2, top 3. You know what I mean, in their conference. So it's pretty solid that the Clippers have changed their game and they playing a new game right now. If y'all don't respect that yet, let's see if they can continue this a little longer and maybe the Clippers can show their game. You know what I mean? The main thing about the Clippers, on this winning streak is continuing the winning streak until their record becomes maybe 500. Like, this has to be something very, very constant. It has to be consistent. You know what I mean? Because you can't just go out there, play 5 games, and whatever happens. When players come back, they gotta play good. When players get hurt, they gotta play good. Nothing can disrupt this right now because the Clippers, they got the team to go deep in the playoffs. They just got to do it. They just got to get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? And the big point that Zubat falling off is helping the team get more cohesive. You know what I mean? The big man, Niederhauser, he coming off the bench, and y'all seen him last night. Ty Lue giving the young guys more minutes is looking really good because these young guys can ball out. These San Diego Clippers can ball out. Niederhauser's a rookie this year. We had Kobe Sanders. He came from the San Diego Clippers. Jordan Miller, we got him. He's like a 2, 3 year. He came from Miami or something, but he's a San Diego Clipper as well. We got some good players. just coming off the bench. We got a pretty deep bench of young guys. We just haven't got to see them play too well, but we're getting them to see right now. We're getting to see them play right now, and it's looking good because it's not like the Clippers are going on the street with a full team. Like we got Bradley Beal just sitting there. He ain't been much before, but you see what the energy in the locker room, how that changes a player because these are professional athletes. They just don't lose their skills, you know. They need to be motivated, you know. They getting all this money and all that. They got to be motivated by something else, you know. And it's just simple as just having a strong locker room, people that want to win, you know. So the Clippers, we gonna take this to a whole nother level, and it's not gonna it's not gonna go too well if Clippers start falling off, or the Clippers fans start, if Ty Lue gets fired, you know what I mean? It's not going to fall off if something like that happens, you know, because that's the problem. Like all this chitter chatter, we got Pablo in the background, Steve Ballmer, Kawhi Leonard, you know, possibly facing some sort of fine or punishment. Like we don't even know if the proof is in the pudding. We don't even know if that's a thing because the only person talking about it is one dude on one podcast that had to go out everywhere beating his chest, and he became the main character. So you know, I honestly, truthfully, like watching the Clippers this season, I've seen the referees punish them, and I don't know if this is something that the NBA does to teams, like when they can't necessarily punish them because they don't know something happened. They use the whistle. So a lot of time early this season, I mean, the Clippers fell, and they got the worst clutch record this season, 2-10. 2-10, and a lot of that you could say, yeah, they've been turning the ball over, and it has been some turnovers. But watching every game, and this may sound biased, watching every game, the referees are blowing. They're calling some offensive fouls. They're calling some moving screens at the end of the game that normally never, rarely do refs call at the end of the game. They're not gonna call the moving pick unless it's an obvious moving pick. So the refs are over here blowing the whistle, controlling the game, and I believe that's how the NBA kind of punishes these teams without punishing these teams. Hopefully, the punishment's over because you see those whistles have disappeared. Either yes, the professional athletes clean up their game so much that they know how to not move their feet when they set a pick at the end of the game. But with that said, they're playing really good. They have been playing good. Kawhi Leonard has always been putting up points. You know, what I mean, James Harden was always putting up points. But now it's looking better, and you can see that the whistle has went the Clippers' direction, and now that kind of what changed the game too. And I'm not sure if it's maybe just having a guy like Zubac crying after every foul, every play, every foul, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta suck it up, run down the court, you know, whisper to the ref. He throws his hands up after every play. I was watching. My son got a 2K26, and he's throwing his hands up like it's that's what he does. But when you watch the games and you know the Clippers, Zubac's complaining about a foul when he throws his hands up after every play. That's not what he does to cheer the crowd up. Zubac don't do that watching the games. He doesn't cheer the crowd up by raising his hands up. That's his where's my call. You know what I mean? And maybe that's what's rubbing the refs wrong. I don't know. After every play, you kind of like, you know, like damn, why is this dude after every play? Boop, boop. Offensive foul, even though it's not even him. You know, let's just punish them. It could be, but it's likely you see the Clippers playing better. You see the bench players playing better. You see the young guys coming out hustling. You see just everybody just putting in their best work, coaching wise. Ty Lue did make a little mistake, and I'm not just trying to nitpick, but he did call a. There's one play that one of these closer games we did come out because we've been winning all these games by double digits. So there was one game it was close towards the end, but we did like come actually play harder towards the end. It was like midway through the fourth quarter. Kawhi Leonard like he gets a rebound, they pass it to him or something like that. He hits a 3-pointer, but Ty Lue runs on the court right when Kawhi is in stroke to hit the 3-pointer. He calls a timeout. The ref is on top of it. Do, 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 do. Right by the time Kawhi releases the ball, the whistle's already blown. So that was and Kawhi Leonard hit that swish. You know what I mean? And then after the timeout, we threw the ball in and got turned over right away. I don't even know if the player touched the ball. So it was kind of like, damn, we went from 3 to it was like a 5-point turnaround right there. We thought we had 3 points and stuff like that. Yes, people are gonna point when you're losing, but when you're winning, no one cares. No one mentioned that play. If we would have lost, that'd have been the topic the whole day. Like, damn, Tyronn Lue, they lost by 3 points, and Tyronn Lue called that timeout. No one's talking about that, So Tyronn Lue has his he bought himself some bail. He has some space to play. Steve Ballmer's not he's not playing no games. He's not shaking up the staff. He believes in his people, and I think that's the most important thing. That Steve Ballmer believes in his people. So they turned the ship around. Truly, as a Clippers fan, I didn't think I was gonna be able to make this video this year, but I'm happy that they have, and it's great to see. So we just gonna keep it. We just gonna keep it 100. The Clippers got to keep on playing good. They got to play great. They got to start. They've been playing. The victory's been 20. Let's see. They beat the Lakers by 14. No, hold on. I don't have the stats right here, but man, it's been double digits. Everyone. We beat the Kings last night by like 30 something. Yeah, it's been. We beat the Lakers by what's that? 20. Yeah, 25. We beat the Rockets by 20. We beat the Blazers by 16. We beat the Pistons by 13. The Kings, we ran through them by like 41 points. So a couple of these highlights, we have Kawhi Leonard, 41 points. James Harden put 29 points up against the Rockets. Who's like, the Rockets not stopping that. Blazers, Brook hit 9 3-pointers. We still only won by 6 points, 16 points. So Kawhi Leonard put up 55 points. We only won by 13 points. The largest win, 41 points is the largest win of the season. So I guess we set an NBA record as one of the worst teams in the league. But, we're playing the Kings, so we're not taking that to the bank. But, we're just going to keep it real. So, really, I just wanted to go through that. LeBron James, man. LeBron James. Why is LeBron James the most hated GOAT in the NBA? Out of all people, LeBron James is the most hated. Is it because he's playing too long? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? I'm not in love with LeBron. I don't like he's a GOAT. I gotta respect his game. He's has championships. He put up stats. He's getting paid. He's still playing to a certain kind of level, better than a lot of other veterans. You know what I mean? I'm sure that 20, 25 teams out there want him right now. Maybe all of them. All the teams probably want LeBron. Other than all the teams want LeBron right now. So there's a lot of hate for LeBron, and I'm not here to defend LeBron, but you know what I mean? Like, what we gonna do? Like, he's playing. He getting all this money. He's on this superstar team where he can ride the wave. Not like he's playing. Not like he went like would he go back to Cleveland? Is that what he needs to do? I think if LeBron went back to Cleveland and got a championship, that may be a difference. But look, Cleveland's stacked right now. Cleveland's stacked. The Lakers stacked. It's not like Jordan going to play for the Wizards. You know what I mean? Maybe LeBron has an interest in another NBA team. Maybe he'll try that, but it's not the same. So LeBron he's going to be hated. You know what I mean? And a lot of it's going to be deserved. A lot of it's going to be made up. You know what I mean? But he's not playing consistent as he normally plays. He's an old man. He's like born the same year as me. So I'm not playing 82 games a year, but I'm not LeBron. But with the same thing as I haven't been playing 82 games or however many games he played for so many years, So it's the difference between just what we expect from him. But as a non-Lakers fan, go LeBron. Keep on playing. Keep on taking up a spot for some young guy that can get it developed or something like that for the Lakers. Because once you gone and Luka's already where you at, like Luka not far behind you. They think I don't know how many years they think they got with Luka, but Luka not far behind LeBron because you see how the way he moves as slow as LeBron. Only thing that's holding Luka up is his shot. So the Lakers gonna be done, toast, cooked after LeBron goes. So truth is what it is, but it is what it is. But with that said, Luka could still like dominate the league. Luka has dominated the league. I just don't see Luka's peak stretching out so long as some other players. You know what I mean? But Luka's not far behind LeBron, and I'm just gonna stand on that. It doesn't seem like it as far as the way he carries himself. You know what I mean? A lot of players tend to have a, re, a regiment, and they keep a certain shape. It's consistent. You're not up and down, up and down. We've seen those stories before where players don't show up in shape, and it takes a while for them to get in shape. And how many losses is that? So we're gonna leave it there, y'all. I don't want to get too much into LeBron, but y'all have a good one. What's good in the hood? Y'all have a good one. Y'all subscribe, like, follow, all that. See you next time.